Alrighty then, a couple of things about flossing. Number one, the whole point of flossing is to wipe the side of each tooth. So if you're doing one of these, that is not flossing. Alright, number two, you may have noticed that I'm using a floss that's kind of a string. I don't use the floss that comes on a stick, one of those flossers. I don't use that, and I will get into the reason for that in a little bit. But anyway, so you take your floss and you're gonna wrap it around your finger and hold it just like that. And let me show you up close what flossing is all about. So you're gonna wedge it in between two teeth gently, and you're gonna get to the base of one tooth and wipe it, and then get to the base of the other tooth and wipe it. So again, gonna wedge in between gently, get to the base and wipe, and that's what flossing is all about. So let's see what it looks like from start to finish. So I'm starting on the top and the back there, and as you notice, while I'm flossing, I am wrapping around my finger as I floss in between each tooth. Now the reason for that is you kind of want to think of it as when you're blowing your nose into a tissue when you're sick, for example. You don't want to keep blowing your nose into the same piece of tissue, right? You want to blow your nose into a fresh piece of tissue each time. So that's kind of the same with flossing. I want a fresh piece in between each tooth as I wipe the gunk out from between each area. And that's one of the reasons why I prefer to use the floss that's on a string, because I can use a fresh piece in between each tooth. Now another reason why I use regular floss instead of the flossers is because it wraps around the teeth a little bit better than the rigid, tiny little piece of floss that comes on the flosser stick. So I'm moving on to the bottom now and wrapping as I go. Now another thing about flossing is if you have any missing teeth, you want to make sure to still floss the teeth that are next to the area where you have a missing tooth, because your toothbrush can't reach around the corners of those teeth even though you have a missing tooth there. So it's still important to wipe the side of each tooth even if there's a missing tooth in between. So I'm just continuing flossing and wrapping around my finger as I go, making sure to really get to the base of each tooth. And just continue along that way. Do you guys have any questions for me? Just kidding. Well, actually, you can leave a comment or a question in the comment section if you have a question. But so I'm finishing up here in just a little bit. And looks like that's it for the flossing. Yay, squeaky clean. Now let's talk about the tongue for a second. So the tongue is basically a carpet for bacteria, and if you don't brush it on a regular basis, a few things happen. Number one, your breath really stinks. That's pretty self-explanatory. We don't want our breath to stink. Number two, you can actually lose your sense of taste. So what happens is the bacteria coats your tongue and covers your taste buds, and your taste buds can't taste whatever you're eating. In fact, if you wait long enough and don't brush your tongue for a long period of time, what happens is your taste buds actually start trying to grow beyond the carpet of bacteria, and in effect, it makes your tongue look hairy. You can actually even Google it, hairy tongue. It's pretty gross. So if you start seeing that on your tongue, it basically means you have a very dirty tongue. You should brush it. So we really want to minimize the amount of bacteria that's in your mouth, and a lot of it resides on your tongue, so we definitely want to make sure to brush it off. So I'm actually gonna take a break and eat a little bit of ice cream and get my tongue nice and coated, and then I'm gonna head over to the bathroom and actually show you how to brush it off properly. Alright, so I've been eating ice cream for about 20 minutes now, and my tongue's not as coated as I'd hoped it to be, but we'll make it work. So for cleaning your tongue, you can either use a tongue scraper or just your regular toothbrush. To be honest, I'm a little bit lazy and I just use my regular toothbrush, but the tongue scraper works really well if you have a strong gag reflex or if you want the job done faster. But I'm just going to show you with a brush how to do it. So here goes. So turn on your water and start brushing the tip of your tongue in different directions, just like that. And periodically you want to rinse your toothbrush and your mouth. and then just repeat the process working your way toward the back. I'm just gonna fast forward this, and essentially it's rinse and repeat until your tongue turns pink. So let's look at the before and now the after. Maybe it's hard to tell, but basically you just want to make sure to clean it all the way until it's nice and pink. So I know that was a lot of information. Stay tuned, because in video number 7, I'm actually going to show you how I incorporate all those parts into my personal daily cleaning routine. Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. My name is Christina, I'm a dental hygienist. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up down here, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post videos every week, and once a month I give out free stuff. So again, thank you so much for watching, and take care of your teeth.